How would you like to have more leads and prospects that are just like the ideal client? If so, this is the video you're going to want to watch. I'm going to show you how to set up special ad audiences that will help you accomplish just that. Take a look. Hey everyone, Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies. If you are brand new to our channel, we appreciate you being here. What we're all about is helping real estate agents just like you generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more transactions. So if you want more leads, appointments, and transactions, this is the place to be. Please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is the special ad audience feature on Facebook, how to use that and how to set it up. Before I get into the nuts and bolts of that though, down below in the description, go check that out. I'm going to put a link to our Facebook Masterclass. It's a 2-hour class full of meat and the details of how we're generating leads, setting appointments, and turning that into transactions. It's going to show you all the templates we use, the best practices, and what it takes to make all of that happen. So make sure you go check that out. It's totally free, 2 hours of your time well spent. With that, let's go ahead and jump right in. So with special ad audiences, here's what you want to know. This is the replacement of lookalike audiences. So earlier this year, when Facebook made changes to their targeting platform with the special ad categories where they had ad categories for housing and employment and credit, when they made those changes, they took away the lookalike audience. And so they took that away. They took away saved audiences. The saved audience is where you could use the targeting options and say, I want to target this demographic and these interests, and then save that. And that's how you used to do it. But that is not allowed anymore. The lookalike audience has gone away. And so today what I'm going to show you is the replacement for that. So it's called the special ad audience. Now, what you want to know, so let me share my screen. And what you want to know is that the special ad audience is always based off of a custom audience. So if you've watched any of my videos, you've seen this screen a lot, which is setting up custom audiences. So you can base a custom audience on a list that you upload to Facebook, on traffic to your website, on people watching videos, people that have filled out a lead form, people that have filled out or that have engaged with your Facebook page. So there's lots of different ways of setting this up. So if you do not know how to set up a custom audience, then I'm going to leave a link right here that'll take you to a series of tutorials that'll show you how to set up pretty much all of these. You can go check that out. But when we set up the special ad audience, it's based off of a custom audience. So you need to have a custom audience first. So I'll just do a Facebook page one because that one's easy. So if I'm setting up a special ad audience based on a Facebook page, right, I would just call this the name of the page, engagement. I can set it up for 365 days. And that's what I recommend. And so with that, I've now created an audience based on page engagement for that. Now, you'll notice that it gives me an option to create a lookalike audience. That's not the one we want because that will not be available when we get to targeting. Instead, what you want to do is come up here. This lookalike audience only works if you're doing ads that are not a special ad category. Since real estate is a special ad category, you don't want this option. You want this one, the special ad audience. So with this, it's going to ask you what the source is. Now again, every special ad audience is based off of an existing audience. So there's that one that I just created right here, which is the page engagement for that specific page. And then with the audience location, the easiest one to do is just the United States. And then you're going to say, well, Kevin, I don't work with everyone in the United States. And I'm going to say, I know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But now that I've picked the base, like the source, and the audience that I want, or the area that I want, Facebook then says, let's talk about the audience size. So it's important to read this. It's right here. It says audience size ranges from 1 to 10% of the combined population of your selected locations. A 1% special ad audience consists of the people who share the most similar online behavior to your source. Increasing the percentage creates a bigger, broader audience. So the easiest way of thinking about it is at 1%, these are going to be the people who most closely resemble these people. So when we create this, what's happening behind the scenes is Facebook is going into this source. It's looking at all the people who are part of this custom audience, and it's finding commonalities. It's finding those things that they have similar that are the same amongst those people. And then as it goes out into the United States, it's looking for people that share these same traits. So when we say 1%, we're basically saying, in essence, 1% different. We want to find the people who are the closest to this as possible. If we go out to 10%, then we're telling Facebook, be a little more creative, be a little more relaxed on who it is that you're finding that's similar to this. So it's not an exact mathematical computation, but in essence, you're saying this is about 10% different. This is 1% different. And you'll notice that as we step this up, that the audience size is increasing every time we do that. So just for the sake of this demo, I'm going to leave it at 1% and I'm going to hit create audience. So with that, I now have my special ad audience. So what I can do with that is when I go to set up an ad, I can use that audience for the targeting. And then there's one other thing that you want to know. So let's go ahead and do create. This is a special ad category for housing. And then just for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to go ahead and do engagement. Now, here's where it matters. That audience that we just created is going to be here in the custom audiences. So there is that special ad audience based off of the page engagement for the last 365 days. So I would select that. Now I'm using that audience of people who are similar to my ideal audience. Where this is super useful is, let's say that you do a lot of work with millennials, right? Well, with Facebook, I can't target a certain age range in a special ad category. But if I have a client list of millennials that I upload to Facebook and I do a special ad audience that's 1% different, now those people that I'm marketing to, they're going to be millennials. They're going to be people similar to the people that I uploaded. If you said, man, I want more people like the people going to my website. Well, I could have the website be the base audience. If you said, I want more clients just like the ones I have, great. We upload your list of clients. We create a special ad audience for them. And that's how we market too. This is especially useful if you've got a niche that you market in to find more people like that niche. It's super useful if you said, well, I just moved to this happens a lot. People will say, well, Kevin, I just moved to a new area. I don't have a huge sphere of influence. I don't have a lot of relationships. Great. Let's find the people that are similar to the ones that you want, and we can use this feature to do that, right? We could upload a small list of people, 15, 20, 100 people, whatever. We could upload that list and use that as the source. And then we're going to go find people similar to that. Again, there's lots of ways of doing this to make it really work for you and your business. But the main thing is, remember, the audience that we picked for this, because Facebook only allows you to do it per country, we picked the entire United States. And as real estate agents, 99% of the time, you're not marketing to the entire United States. So anytime you're using this special ad audience, you've got to come in and put in the specific location. So I live in Utah. If I only wanted to market to people in Utah, then I need to put in that qualifier. So basically what this says is use this entire audience, but only get the people in this audience who live in Utah. And then again, you could dial it down even more where you said, well, I really only want to market to people in, let's say, Salt Lake County, right? Because most agents don't work the entire state. They just have different areas that they work. And so you could pull this in and find people that now are just in Salt Lake County, right? So again, this is the way that you end up using these special ad audiences. Is it's all about helping you refine who it is that you're marketing to. And again, this is the replacement for lookalike audiences of what that used to be. So we're finding people that are similar to a core group of people so that we can include them in your marketing. Again, the marketing principle is birds of a feather flock together, right? In other words, like attracts like. So the more that we can market to those same group of people with that same kind of message, typically what you'll see is better response rates. Now, the downside of this, if there is one, is that these are people that don't know who you are yet, right? They don't know you, like you, trust you yet. And so we're going to have to do some of that to get them to the point where they do know, like, and trust you. But as far as just being able to extend your database, find more people that are just like your ideal client, find more people that are just like the people going to your website or engaging with your page or watching your videos. Again, there's lots of ways of doing this, but to find more people like that, that's what the special ad audiences is for. So hopefully that tutorial was helpful. If so, take a split second, click that thumbs up button down below. That helps us tremendously and we appreciate your support. Also, if you haven't considered subscribing, please do. We'd love to have you here as part of our community. So click that subscribe button down below. Also click the little bell notification, then you'll be notified every time we put out new videos, and we put out new videos every single week. Also, I'm going to put up a couple of videos right here. So make sure you click on those and go check those out. And then also down below, if you want some information about us doing your marketing for you and how we generate leads, set appointments, and close deals, make sure you go check that out. And like I said, if you want help growing your business, we'd love to help you with that. Other than that, that's it. Make it a great week. Keep crushing it in your real estate business, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.